McKissack. Summer is here and a lot of you guys are on break. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to talk to you about the worst class ever. You've had some pretty awful classes. I, for instance, have had one where my English teacher barely spoke English. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to talk to you about the worst class ever. I went to UCLA and I took a psychology class. It was just an intro class. We had to fill out some questionnaires and they took all the answers from these tests and they put us in these different labs and we had to do a certain number of hours. I get this letter and it says, come show up to this lab in the science department. You only have to do a third of the hours that everyone else is doing and it's gonna be really exciting. Now logically I should have thought to myself, a third of the time, what does that mean? Is this gonna be horrible and boring or scary or what? But I didn't care, I just didn't want to do more work than I needed to. So I show up, this nice professor in a clean white lab coat takes me into the gardens of UCLA. We're walking down the path and far away in the distance, I see this tank. We get up to it and I see this spider with 8 legs, 10 billion eyes looking right at me. And I'm like, no, this is not okay. And he says, you already signed the paperwork? I'm gonna put a rubber glove on you, very thick, then I'm gonna put this spider in your hand. Just so you know, the spider's name is Charlotte. She's blind, she's been declawed, she can't hurt you, she's very sweet and gentle. You could have named it Fluffy Marshmallow Face and it still would have been terrifying because it was just staring at me. I don't care if you said it was blind. It was not blind, it was looking at me. All of it was looking at me. But I did it. I held out my hand with the rubber glove on it. Charlotte was in my palm and it was actually not too bad because the material was thick. Next day I came back. Same thing, only this time the demon in the lab coat put a latex glove on me, which is a lot thinner. Put the spider in my hand. Bad this time, I could feel it. I could feel its little legs. Ugh, disgusting, but fine, did it. Done. Next day I came back and this devil's spawn looks at me and says, we're gonna try something extra special this time. Charlotte's in the palm of my hand, my bare hand, with this million legs and eyes and hairs, and I'm holding it and I'm like, this is the worst moment of my life. But I did it. After I did it, the professor said to me, don't you feel better? Didn't we cure your arachnophobia? I didn't have arachnophobia. I just don't like spiders. Who does? They crawl and they run fast and they come at you. But I didn't have a fear of them then. I do now. So thank you, UCLA, for giving me my worst class ever. I love UCLA, go Bruins. But that was my worst class ever. I feel better, thanks for listening. Maybe this is like the psychology class, and they were waiting for a few years for me to tell my story. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to Wonderly for more awesome videos from awesome ladies.